Steelers running back James Conner. James, thanks for being with us. Before we get into anything else, it's been boatloads of crap around the world in all the ways you look at it. So I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate something that I saw from you last week. You giving your dad a brand new truck. And that was cool, and it made me smile. So I wanted to thank you for that, because there haven't been many things going on in the world recently that have made me want to smile, and that put a smile on my face. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for having me, and I'm happy I could put a smile on your face. Yeah, it was awesome. Now, it's a blessing to be able to do that for my father. He's been wanting a truck for a while. And like you said, it's an ugly world right now going on. It's chaotic, and so I'm going to try to bring a little positivity, spread a little light, and show a little love. So I'm just trying to keep it going and keep spreading positivity.
You certainly did to him. He was one happy man. So before we jump in again to some other things, you wrote a book coming out today, Fear is a Choice. Your story, well documented, beating cancer the way you did, and being the ACC Offensive Player of the Year in 2014, your years now with the Steelers. So what was behind the book? Why write the book?
Well, just my interactions with people, and now today's world with social media. Everybody constantly tell me I'm an inspiration, and how they just were so motivated by me. And, I just wanted to get it on paper and have a piece where people can always, look back on and just understand that, we have adversity in life. We can't really escape that. But there always will be a way to, be better because of it and come out on the other side. So we try to put together a timeless piece. I partnered with HarperCollins, and it was, the whole process, it was such a journey. It's awesome, and for it out today to be the day where it gets released, it made it all worth it. The whole process. So just want people to take from that, just apply it to their life, and just understand that things get better.
Talking to James Conner with us, Steelers running back here on Golic and Wingo. Again, his memoir, Fear is a Choice, is on sale today, so be sure to check that out. An unbelievable story. Wow. And James, part of that story is what you overcame in beating cancer while you were an athlete at Pitt. And we know now that everything going on in the world, a large portion of it, and even for you now in football, is centered on the coronavirus. And so I'm curious, for someone who dealt with an immune system disease, what have your conversations been like with your doctors surrounding a return to play with this virus as a backdrop?
Yeah, so when the virus first came about, I talked with my doctor and talked with my coaches and all of that. And, my doctor assured me that, my immune system is strong. And, thankfully that was years ago. I'm going on 4 years now, cancer-free. So I believe and I feel very strong and healthy right now. And so I'm going to take all, precautions and play it safe and play by all the rules when we get back to the facilities and stuff like that. But, I'm pretty confident that I'll be good and safe. I think my immune system is back up and strong and good again. So don't really have too many worries about that. But like I say, I'm still going to take precautions.
Well, everybody's going to have to take precautions as best they can and do the thing that you can't social distance and be a football player. So what have you heard? What have you heard from the organization in Pittsburgh or your coaching staff and Mike Tomlin about how they plan to proceed, or have you heard anything at this point?
No, it's kind of like everybody's still playing it by ear and kind of just waiting to see when we're going to report back and what's that look like as far as, the guys, lifting together. And like you say, it's kind of hard to social distance in football. No matter how far we separate, on the field, we're going to have to tackle each other, So I'm not sure how it's going to look, but we're just trying to all stay conditioned, stay strong. And when we get back, we'll see how it looks. But, I'm itching to get back. I want to get back, but we got to stay safe first.
James Conner joining us, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, all the teams, save for the two starting earlier, will report July 25th. The rest of the teams, July 28th. Obviously, a lot else going on in the world. You guys coming back having to deal with the coronavirus, and then what's happening with the protests around the country and how it's kind of intertwined with the sporting world. And now the video that your players put out, the video Roger Goodell put out. I'm just wondering overall, between your thoughts and conversations maybe with other guys in the league, what you think of, the response of Roger Goodell and really maybe the response or lack of response in some cases of the owners.
I don't want to speak for anybody else. It's tough what's going on right now. I think everybody just has to honestly look and make sure that they're doing everything they can to make this to have change. And I know there are some owners who didn't speak out. It's just everybody just has to do their part, handle their business, and when they have that platform to speak up, I think they need to do that and realize and keep spreading this. But I think that's all it's about, is to continue to spread awareness. And I know there's been awareness for years and years, but you just got to keep it going and can't let it die down. The protests and riots, all that kind of stuff is kind of still going on. It's still ugly out there. So change still needs to get happening. And I think the league, they need to continue to try to find solutions, continue to work on this plan, because it's not going away, and so it needs to be fixed. So I think we just have to keep marching forward and keep trying to put plans in place to make change.
And James, one of the ways that happens is by keeping this conversation at the forefront. And for a lot of people, that's what, the protest accomplished back, 4 years ago now at that point. And I'm curious, for the Steelers, going back to that time, there was so much conversation about coming out together and doing things as one and being on the same page when it came to the team response to everything that was going on. There's been a lot of talk in the news about players going forward and kneeling this fall. Have you or your teammates given any thought to that and how you might go about it in that instance?
I think we'll handle that when we get there. I think it's far out to say that's what we're going to do. I don't want to, it's like when in these situations, we're going to do everything that's going to try to spread positivity and raise awareness as always. So it's not like we came to a final decision and said everybody on the team is doing that. I'm not going to do that and put the Steelers in headlines and say that. But we're trying to think of the best way to go about this, to raise awareness and make change. So, still in discussion.